I had a lot of hope for the Tron Ares film. I loved the last two trailers that came out, and this latest one I thought was pretty good. They added the last two films in it to build to the third one, and it was going great. And then we had some
You're in control of this. You're not.
modern day scenes, some girl boss scenes that are coming in that made me do a slight pause and concerned. So I wanted to go take a look at some of these articles here to see if we can find any other warning signs for this film. Now I did find a couple of them, and unfortunately it gets worse and worse as we go into it, and it paints not the best picture for what's going to be happening in Tron Ares. So let's get into it and discuss exactly what's happening within this world for Tron Ares. So Tron Ares was born out of the want to create another Tron Legacy film. Great. Unfortunately, it's put on hiatus. There's a whole thing with that. Star Wars was bought. That's where Disney's focus went for sci-fi, and now that Star Wars falling apart, now they came back to Tron and trying to restart that franchise for them, trying to build up another world. But that's a long story short to get us to why this film was even made. What is exactly going to be the difference between this universe and the last one? Well, the reason why they felt like they wanted to make a Tron Legacy film that's going to be different from the last one is that this film for Tron Legacy was fully digital world, whereas that impact seems a little dated at the moment. So what are they going to be doing to update it? Well, they feel like this new world is going to be all about artificial intelligence, technology, 3D printing, and synthetic biology. All of these things felt like a good time to move on. Except for we live in that exact same world. What's the difference between the digital world and the artificial intelligence and technology? 3D printing? Sure, maybe that was becoming a big thing around then, so it's not necessarily all that big a difference. So the reasoning for moving on isn't necessarily all that great, but it's been 14 years, so technology has improved, so okay, we'll give them some grace there. So, although Tron Ares is not a direct sequel to Tron Legacy, they claim it will not be breaking canon. Okay, great. I can't wait to find out about Sam and Cora and how their return to the world has completely revolutionized everything. How ENCOM is now at the height of a technology company, how they're leading the world in not only technology, but also changing up beliefs. Because remember, Cora is an amazing person, amazing creature on just a genetic level. Her biological code changes everything. It changes everything about technology by bringing her into the world, and it's going to be changing everything about religion as well. Those were the words of Kevin Flynn. So Cora is a revolutionary figure that's going to just rock the world to its core. I can't wait to find out about it. Unfortunately, though, from this trip that they had to the set, it's mostly left as a mystery on what has happened to Sam and Cora. So, okay, you know what? Maybe they're the big parts of this film. Maybe they're a massive part of the key. I can't wait to find out. So we just have to wait a little bit. So maybe that's the case. Maybe we'll give them some grace and we'll give them some time. Unfortunately, that's not quite the case. You see, when Sam came out of the grid and was going to take over ENCOM with Cora, unfortunately, apparently he's not really all that great at running ENCOM because apparently ENCOM has fallen on hard times. In fact, it would have folded if not for the work of the now CEO, Eve Kim. Are you serious? You literally had the key to the universe, Quora, that was going to revolutionize everything, and they effed it up somehow? You're going to need to give me a little bit more details on that, because unless Sam just completely went brain dead, him and Quora should have been able to easily revolutionize everything. But I guess not. So we have Eve Kim who came in to save the company. Now, what was Eve Kim's great revolutionary thing that saved ENCOM? Well, she reinvented one of ENCOM's many classic titles, Space Paranoids. And what did she do with it? She reinvented it into an online mass multiplayer Fortnite clone. Are you serious? That is literally your revolution idea. That you just created a new Fortnite. Disney, this wouldn't have anything to do with you making that massive Fortnite deal, would it? Nah, it has nothing to do with that. Please give me a break. That's probably exactly what it has to do with it. So, this alone, okay, nothing really all that bad. We are getting more towards that girl boss territory, but come on, we're still in a pretty reasonable area. Well, they have since updated this article to remove a more damning section of it. So we have to go over to Entertainment Weekly, where we give more of an idea of exactly what's going to be done in this film, what Eve's hopes and dreams are going to be. Eve hopes that technology can solve world hunger and the energy crisis. Ares forms an opinion on the matter and chooses to go on the run with Eve, prompting Julian to send another program named Athena after them. So as long as it just stays there and we don't get too political and we don't have Eve becoming too girl bossy, I think we might be fine. But this alone is making me wonder, like, are we really going to bring modern day problems into the situation here? Now, it's okay that you can be inspired by some issues going on in the modern day. You can use that to make a timeless story, but just don't flood it and don't make that the core center of what this is. They do say in this article that part of the reason why this film was even made was the current issues that Hollywood is having with AI coming into that space. Okay, I'm fine with that. Just try to tell a decent enough story. I mean, the director Ronan, he brings up Pinocchio and he sees Ares as someone being pulled by the Dillinger string, so maybe this will be alright. But I have my reservations. Are we going to really just be leaving Eve Kim as just someone who helped bring Ares over to the good side, but she's not going to girl boss, she's not going to girl explain to Ares, she's not going to actually become the hero of the film? I have some reservations about that, exactly what that entails. Now, maybe I'm just overreading it, maybe I'm putting too much thought into this, but I am concerned. Now, I do want to talk about a couple of things about the posters that have come out about this. I'm going to say that the best one is definitely Jeff Bridges. The next best is probably Tron Ares himself. And then we got all these other posters, but I'm not necessarily a big fan of Dillinger. Eve, you couldn't find someone that had less sex appeal than Eve. Like, I get that she's a nerd, but I don't really see much appeal to her. I'm sorry, that's just where I'm coming from. Then you have this Athena, played by Joni Turner-Smith. Looks okay, looks fine. Nothing really all that great about her. Your other posters could use some work. Just saying. But I'm hoping that this film turns out okay. I mean, we do have Jodie Turner-Smith in here, so it's going to be interesting. She's made some interesting comments.
But I personally feel that I just think that, I mean, every woman should get an award for simply existing under the crippling weight of the patriarchy.
You speaking. Where's our
Round of applause, please, for the ladies in the room for just surviving these men.
You spoke, okay.
I wonder if that's going to be bleeding through with her character. Supposedly she has the same strength as Ares, so I'm curious. I mean, you can't have the man just be the stronger one. You have to have gender equality and everything now. To be fair, they are digital programs, so you can make the argument that, well, they're just programmed to be the same. So that's fine. But, I don't know. I would prefer more of a traditional gender story, but that's just me here. But you guys let me know what your thoughts are down below. Yes, maybe I'm over analyzing a bit too much, but we've seen enough crap come from these studios that is making me concerned. So I felt like I should bring out this video and hear what you guys have to say. Leave a like if you liked the video, leave a dislike if you did not, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all take care now. Bye.